Hey guys, and welcome back to the Movie-Club Emporium. And again, we are continuing our new movie slash summer catch-up. Because ketchup is, the official, I guess one of the official condiments of summer. And just like that, we are off the rails. That's okay because we were talking about a movie that I'm pretty sure I've already reviewed. This is the other First Omen, Immaculate. Now this one did come out first, but our theater did not get it. We did get the First Omen. I saw that in the theater, and I reviewed it. Really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Again, right up my wheelhouse. And so I was like, okay, so we're really going all in on nuns and devil babies, huh? So this one is put out by Neon. It does not have the iconic franchise to build off on, but kind of neither does that one. They both end up kind of being less Omen-esque movies and more just creepy nun movies, and that's fine. Again, I'm the one person who loves both nun movies, so kind of like talking my language. Speaking of talking language, this is just a PSA to any of you men or women who decide that you're going to give your life to an organization, and in doing so, you need to go ahead and sign on the dotted line in a foreign country. Not so much in the other one, and I'm not going to play compare and contrast all day, but I will say with this one, learn the language. Because there's a lot of Italian in this movie, and our lead, Sydney Sweeney, who plays our bright-eyed nun to be, doesn't speak the language. Also, the cut I saw doesn't have subtitles, so I don't know what they're saying either, which is, I get it. You're watching the movie through her eyes. But there's a lot of Italian in this movie where you just don't know what we're saying. To where it's almost comical, like when she takes her vow to become a nun. There has like the main priest of this area, the All Father, is doing the ceremony in Italian, and there's another priest there who's like, "I state your name. Do solemnly swear." He just kind of because we and her do not know what the guy's saying. And speaking of our main character, it's I want to say her name is Constance, something like that. It's Sydney Sweeney, who America is in love with right now. I was not familiar with her work. I've not seen Euphoria, the TV show. I've heard it's good, but I feel like it's a show that I'm really not allowed to watch. It's not for me in any way. So I have not seen it. She did an erotic thriller called it was like I don't remember what it's called. It's essentially kind of like Sexy Rear Window. But it came out at the same time as the Michael Monroe movie Watcher. Also, that movie based on the family that got notes in their mailbox saying "I'm watching you" from The Watcher. A lot of Peep and Tom movies going on in 2023. But no, she in this movie, she's fine. Like, I don't really see the obsession with her outside of what I see on the internet and on Twitter, which are mostly guys who look like me, talking about what they love about her. And it's certainly not her performance in this movie or her performance in Euphoria. But she's fine in this movie. One thing that is really silly is the music in this film. Granted, this is a very cheap movie, and there are some parts where the music does work, but most of the time, the score is just wants to be Ave Satani so bad. So bad it wants to be Ave Satani. And it's not. No, sir. I will say this. Will say this about this compared to other recent films involving the brides of Christ. Um, this one has a lot of really fun practical gore effects. There is a scene, a couple of scenes that are pretty intense because of the gore effects that are done practically, not CGI. Uh, Also, this isn't necessarily the same. This the twist of this movie, the reason for the devil baby is interesting because in the other film, it was essentially was a group of church goers who were like, people don't come to church enough. Maybe if we bring about the devil, people will go to church more. And this movie wildly is about, hey, we found one of the nails that crucified Jesus, and we're gonna use your womb like Jurassic Park and grow a new one. But also, like, the times we've tried before, he comes out a little weird. Sometimes it has hooves. So, like, is it the nails from the crucifixion, or are we just like, life and the devil finds a way? And again, it's Rosemary's Jurassic Park, baby. It's a really weird take on it, which leads to kind of the ending. She does this thing where she fakes a miscarriage, which is not cool. But then her water does indeed break, and then like the final chase begins, and she's just running around these catacombs. Now I've never had a baby, like, personally. Like, I have a child with my wife, but I didn't have it. And I don't see a lot of like catacomb running, and there wasn't a lot of hide and seek going on once the water broke. So she's moving pretty. She's pretty spry. Not only that, but at one point the priest tries to do his own C-section, so we're running around giving birth and with like our guts open, and so she gets around pretty good. So I'll give her that. But then we get to the ending of this movie, and she has the baby, and really that's kind of like her best acting in the movie, because it's just a lot of horrific guttural screaming and then like sound because we're really close up on her face. She has the baby, and like she's screaming because of the sight of it, and like it worked for Rosemary's Baby in like the 60s. I get it, but this is a movie where one nun got her face bashed in with a crucifix. One nun got her tongue cut out. Sydney Sweeney at one point, also besides having the baby and being sliced open, she has a crucifix burned onto the bottom of her foot that we're just running around barefoot. It's fine. You're getting a lot of dirt and grit in there in the catacombs. What I'm trying to say is, show me that devil baby, because we don't see the devil baby. But then again, with the way this movie ends, it ends, holy crap, is it a dark ending. I won't totally spoil it for you, but when it happens and then cuts the credits, I went, oh my! Like, okay, this is how we're ending the movie. Again, I didn't hate this movie. It does feel redundant at this point, only because within a couple of months you've gotten what is essentially kind of the same movie. Only that one has a slight edge. I give the slight edge to the first Omen. There's some scarier parts in it. Some more shocking deaths. There's a big chunk of like we're just walking around pregnant around this convent. Not a whole lot's going on. And then the ending of that movie is quite a whopper that leads into an actual, franchise, whereas this one just kind of has the ending to it. And that's kind of it. So, of the two, I'd recommend The First Omen over Immaculate. Again, this movie is right in my strike zone. So I was totally fine with it. I enjoyed it for what it is. Nunsploitation's back, baby, I guess. But if you're gonna pick one, I'd go with The First Omen. But I still had an okay time with this one. So that is Immaculate. Now, next week, we're going to be talking about a movie that I'm super excited about, that I'm really excited to talk about, mostly because of all the internet talk about it, like what people were put with the box it was being put in. Doesn't belong in that box. Take that movie out of that box. Because next week we're talking about Monkey Man. So grab your best Monkey Man mask, I guess. I was gonna say banana, but that seemed inappropriate. So until then, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.